He made around $700,000 last year, and he wiped out all of it but about 80 grand. So he came into 2023 trying to figure out, okay, what are we going to do this year so I can hardly pay income tax again? Well, getting back to cost segregation. Now, you're going to pay, $7,500 for the study. So a lot of times, if the property's not worth at least $1 million, it doesn't make financial sense to do the cost segregation study. But something changed in 2017. They changed the tax law, and they allowed for this little funny thing called bonus depreciation. And here's what bonus depreciation was. Remember how I said in the cost segregation study, it moves value from that 39-year schedule to these 5, 10, and 15-year schedules?
Yes.
Well, the 39-year schedule, or the 27 and a half if it's an apartment complex, that's called the real property schedule. The 5, 10, and 15 years are called the personal property schedules. What the law did in 2017, it said, if you do a cost segregation study and that value is moved from the real property of 39 or 27 and a half years to the personal property of 5, 10, and 15, you can bonus depreciate 100% of it in that year.
What does that mean?
It means you can take all that depreciation that moved from 39 years to 5, 10, or 50. You can take it all up front in that year. All of it. All of it.
Where's the limit?
The limit is I can't wipe out more than I actually made that year. Let's say I made $100,000 in a year, and I bought a piece of property, and we did a cost seg study, and then we bonus depreciated all of it in 1 year. And let's say that created $300,000 of depreciation in that year.
Right.
I can only wipe out $100,000 because that's all I made, but I can carry it forward.
Rollover minutes. There it is.
Rollover minute. That's exactly what it is. It allows me to wipe out my next $200,000 worth of taxable income.
Wow.
So let me tell you a story that kind of puts all these together.
Yay, story time.
Story time. Buddy of mine sold an apartment complex, walked away with a $1.1 million gain. So he made $1.1 million. So he's going to get taxed on that $1.1 million unless within a period of 6 months, he bought more property with it. So I helped him buy 2 retail centers, and he bought close to $6 million worth of commercial real estate with it. So he deferred what he would have owed in taxes into these other properties. Doesn't have to pay him until he sells those properties unless he does it again. You keep kicking that can down the road by doing what's called 1031 tax deferred exchanges. But he did a cost segregation study on both of these properties. And then with bonus depreciation, he was able to bonus depreciate all the value that got moved from the 39-year schedule to the 5, 10, and 15-year schedule. He made around $700,000 last year, and he wiped out all of it but about 80 grand. He's a guy that grew up poor, and he's now freaking out because he's got real wealth that he's never experienced before. And we just got to show him how to not pay income tax. So he came into 2023 trying to figure out, okay, what are we going to do this year so I can hardly pay income tax again? Now, the only other thing you need to know about bonus depreciation is it sunsets. From 2017 to 2022, you could bonus depreciate 100% of what a cost segregation study moved from real property to personal property schedules.
Mm-hmm.
In 2023, you can only do 80%. Next year, 60%. 2025, 40%, 2026, 20%, 2027, bonus depreciation goes away.
Did bonus depreciation exist before 2017 at all?
It hasn't in the last 20 years I've been in the business. It might have been a new creation, and it probably happened because our president at the time was a commercial real estate guy.
I'm the greatest. Okay.
That was pretty good.
Okay, that's bonus depreciation right there.
Now, there's one other thing you need to talk about when you talk about bonus depreciation. You can only wipe out passive income unless you're a real estate professional. And then it can wipe out all of your income.
Wow. What?